Hello, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Welcome back to your channel name, where we uncover the fascinating world of rare coins that could make you a millionaire. Today, we're diving into the story of a remarkable coin that's turning heads in the collector's market, the 1987 Jefferson Nickel. You heard that right. This seemingly ordinary coin, with a humble face value of just 5 cents, has recently fetched a jaw-dropping $1.1 million at auction. So, grab a cup of coffee and stick around as we explore why this coin is so valuable, what makes it stand out, and how you might discover one in your own collection. Let's start with a bit of history. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse in Monticello, his historic home. On the reverse, BY 1987, the Jefferson nickel had been in circulation for nearly 5 decades, but most coins minted that year were considered common. However, the Denver Mint, known for its D mint mark, produced a small batch of nickels that would later become some of the most sought-after coins in the world. Now, what makes the 1987 D Jefferson nickel worth $1.1 million? The answer lies in its condition, rarity, and unique characteristics. The coin that sold for over $1 million was graded as MS 68 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, or PCGS. MS stands for mint state, and an MS 68 grade means the coin is in nearly flawless condition. Out of the millions of 1987 D nickels minted, only a handful have survived in this pristine state. Most nickels from that year have been worn down by circulation, making high-grade examples incredibly rare and valuable. But rarity isn't the only factor. Collectors also look for certain errors or anomalies that set a coin apart. While the $1 million 1987 D nickel didn't have a major error, its sharp details, immaculate luster, and lack of blemishes made it a standout piece. It's these attributes that drive collectors to pay top dollar. The story of this coin's incredible value doesn't end with its physical attributes. The coin's provenance, or its ownership history, can also play a significant role. Coins with a well-documented history tend to fetch higher prices at auction. The 1987 D nickel we're talking about was part of a prominent collection, which added to its allure and final sale price. So, how can you find out if you have a treasure hiding in your pocket change or coin collection? First, check the year and mint mark on your nickels. The 1987 date should appear on the obverse, and the D mint mark is located on the right-hand side of Monticello on the reverse. Next, examine the coin's condition. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to check for sharp details and minimal wear. If you think your coin might be in exceptional condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. Proper storage is also crucial for preserving the value of your coins. Keep them in a cool, dry place, and use acid-free holders or capsules to prevent tarnishing and damage. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. Here are a few quick tips for anyone looking to strike it rich with rare coins. Educate yourself on key dates, mint marks, and errors to watch for. Check pocket change, inherited collections, and flea markets for hidden gems. Invest in a good magnifying glass and coin guidebook. Network with other collectors and attend coin shows for insider knowledge. Before we wrap up, let's dream for a moment. Imagine finding a coin like the 1987 D Jefferson nickel in your collection and learning it's worth over $1 million. It's the ultimate treasure hunt, and with knowledge and persistence, it could happen to you. Thanks for joining me on this fascinating journey into the world of rare coins, the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures in your coin collection. If you've ever thought about selling old coins for a fortune, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1995 P. Jefferson Nickel, a coin that has taken the collector's world by storm with a jaw-dropping market value of $1.60 million. Grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's explore what makes this coin so special, why it's worth so much, and how you might find one hiding in your collection. First, let's talk about the basics of the 1995 P. Jefferson Nickel. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin may seem like an ordinary 5-cent piece, but appearances can be deceiving. What sets this coin apart are its unique features and rare variations that make it highly desirable to collectors. On the obverse side, you'll see the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson. The reverse side features his famous Monticello home. But what collectors are really looking for is the fine details that could indicate a rare error or high-grade condition, SO. What makes a 1995 P. Jefferson nickel worth $1.6 million? Let's break it down. The first thing that skyrockets the value of a coin like this is minting errors. During the minting process, small mistakes can occur, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors. These errors are like signatures of rarity, and collectors will pay a premium to own a piece of minting history. For the 1995 P. Jefferson nickel, one of the most sought-after variations includes a double die error, where the design elements appear slightly duplicated. These errors are incredibly rare and nearly impossible to replicate, making them highly valuable. The second reason for the coin's high value is its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. A 1995 P. Jefferson nickel in near-perfect condition, graded MS 67 or higher, is a treasure. Why? Because finding a coin in such pristine condition after nearly 3 decades is extremely rare. If you think you might have a 1995 P. Jefferson nickel, pay close attention to its condition. Even small scratches or wear marks can significantly impact its value. Now, let's talk about how to identify if you have one of these valuable coins. Step 1. Look for the P mint mark just to the right of Monticello on the reverse side of the coin. Step 2. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin for any doubling on the letters or numbers. Check the word Liberty and the date 1995 on the obverse side. Step 3. Check the overall condition of the coin. Coins without major scratches, dents, or discoloration stand a better chance of being valuable. Now, here's a pro tip. If you think you've found a valuable 1995 P. Jefferson nickel, consider getting it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can validate its worth and make it more attractive to potential buyers. Why are collectors willing to pay $1.6 million for this coin? It all comes down to supply and demand. Rare coins, especially those with unique errors or perfect grades, are limited in number. Serious collectors are always looking to add a piece like this to their collection, and they're willing to pay a premium to outbid the competition. Imagine your coin becoming the centerpiece of a major auction. That's the dream of every collector and seller. So, how can you turn your old coins into a fortune? First, take a close look at your collection. Don't underestimate the value of the coins you've saved over the years. You might be sitting on a treasure without even knowing it. Before we wrap up, here are some final tips for anyone looking to sell their coins. Do your research. Learn about your coin's history and potential value. Get your coin graded. A certified grade can make a huge difference in value. Consider selling at an auction or through a reputable dealer. This ensures you get the best price for your treasure. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1995 P. Jefferson nickel and why it's worth a staggering $1.6 million. Where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change and coin collections. Today, we're diving into an extraordinary coin that could change your life. The 1985 P. Jefferson nickel, valued at an astonishing $1.4 million on the current market. Yes, you heard that right. A nickel worth $1.4 million. So, if you're sitting on an old coin collection or even a jar of change, you'll want to stick around for the full video. First, let's talk about the 1985 P. Jefferson nickel itself. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin might look ordinary at first glance. But as with all valuable coins, the devil is in the details. What makes this nickel so special? There are several factors at play, from rare minting errors to high-quality preservation. We'll break it all down for you. Before we dive into what makes this coin worth a fortune, let's quickly touch on its history. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The design features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic home, Monticello, on the reverse. While millions of nickels have been minted over the years, only a select few have become legendary due to their rarity or unique features. Now, let's get into the specifics of the 1985 P. Jefferson nickel. One of the primary reasons this coin commands such a high value is its rarity and pristine condition. Coins graded as MS 68 or higher by professional grading services are exceedingly rare. For reference, MS stands for mint state, and the grading scale goes up to 70, which represents a flawless coin. The 1985 P-nickel scarcity in these high grades makes it incredibly desirable to collectors. So, what should you look for if you think you might have one of these valuable nickels? Here are the key factors to consider. Condition. The first thing collectors look for is the coin's condition. If your 1985 P-nickel is free from scratches, discoloration, and wear, it could be worth getting it graded. Even slight imperfections can significantly lower its value. Mint mark. The P mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. You'll find this mark on the obverse side, just to the right of Jefferson's portrait. If your nickel lacks this mint mark, it's not the coin we're talking about. Errors and varieties. Some 1985 P-nickels are worth a premium due to minting errors. These errors could include things like double dies, off-center strikes, or even die cracks. While these errors might seem like imperfections, they actually make the coin more desirable to collectors. Luster and eye appeal. High-grade coins often have a beautiful luster that makes them stand out. This is a sign of minimal handling and excellent preservation. Coins with great eye appeal are more likely to fetch top dollar at auction. Now, you might be wondering, how can a nickel be worth $1.4 million? The answer lies in the coin collecting market. Rare coins are like fine art. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for pieces that are rare, beautiful, and historically significant. The 1985 P. Jefferson Nickel checks all these boxes, making it one of the most sought-after coins in the hobby. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1985 P. Jefferson Nickel? First, handle it with care. Avoid touching the coin with your bare hands, as the oils on your skin can damage the surface. Place the coin in a protective holder or case. Next, consider having it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. These services can authenticate your coin and assign it a grade, which is essential for determining its value. If your coin is indeed a high-grade 1985 P-nickel, the next step is to decide how to sell it. You can list it at an auction house, connect with private collectors, or even sell it through online platforms like eBay. Just make sure to work with reputable buyers to avoid scams. Now, let's hear from you. Have you ever come across a 1985 P. Jefferson Nickel in your collection? Do you have any rare coins you think might be valuable? Share your stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your discoveries and help you unlock their potential. Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap. The 1985 P. Jefferson Nickel is worth up to $1.4 million due to its rarity and high-grade condition. Look for the P mint mark, pristine condition, and possible minting errors. If you think you have one, handle it with care and get it professionally graded. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more coin collecting tips and fascinating stories. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Who knows? The next coin we feature might be hiding in your collection, waiting to make you a millionaire. Where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. If you're someone who wants to turn an old coin into a small fortune, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a story that could change your life. The 1974 Jefferson Nickel with a mint mark, currently valued at an astonishing $1.50 million. That's right. A single 1974 Jefferson Nickel has made headlines in the numismatic world for fetching $1.5 million at auction. But what makes this nickel so valuable? Is it the mint mark, the material, or perhaps a rare error during production? Let's break it all down, step by step, so you can find out if you have this hidden treasure sitting in a jar at home. First, let's talk about the history of the Jefferson Nickel. The Jefferson Nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1974 nickel continued this design, but what makes certain coins from that year stand out is their rarity and unique features. Now, let's get into the specifics of what makes the 1974 nickel so special. There are a few key factors to check for. Look just to the right of Monticello on the reverse side of the coin. If you see a small letter, like D for Denver or S for San Francisco, that's the mint mark. Some coins from the Denver Mint in 1974 have unique characteristics that make them highly sought after. Rare coins often owe their value to errors made during production. The 1974 nickel may have a double die error, where parts of the design appear doubled. Check carefully with a magnifying glass, especially around the lettering and Monticello. Collectors and investors pay a premium for coins in pristine condition. A coin graded as MS 65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC will command a much higher value. Even slight wear can significantly impact the price. So, how did this particular 1974 nickel reach such an unbelievable value? The coin that sold for $1.5 million was a Denver-minted Jefferson Nickel, graded as MS 67. It had a unique error, an overstrike combined with an unusual finish, making it one of a kind. Rare features like this create a feeding frenzy among collectors, driving the price sky high. Are you wondering how to check if you have a valuable 1974 nickel? Here are some simple steps. Start by going through old jars, drawers, and boxes where you've stored loose change. Invest in a good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to examine your coins closely. Lighting is crucial, so work under a bright lamp. Pay attention to the mint mark, date, and any unusual features like doubling or unique textures. Use online resources or coin books to compare your findings. Websites like PCGS and NGC have detailed databases with photos of rare coins. If you think you've found something special, have it evaluated by a certified coin grader or appraiser. So, what should you do if you discover a rare 1974 nickel? First, don't rush to sell it. Here's a plan. Ensure the coin is authenticated and graded by a reputable grading service. Look at recent auction results to understand the potential value of your coin. High-value coins often sell best at specialized auctions or through established dealers. Don't settle for the first offer. Shop around and consider consulting a numismatic expert to guide you. Before we wrap up, remember that finding a rare coin like the 1974 Jefferson Nickel is like winning the lottery. While the chances are slim, it's not impossible. Coins like these have been discovered in pocket change, thrift store finds, and even inherited collections. So, keep your eyes peeled and start searching today. Thank you for watching. We uncover the secrets behind some of the most valuable coins in the world. Today, we're diving into a truly remarkable story, the 1981 P. Jefferson Nickel, a coin that could potentially make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right. One of these nickels recently made headlines with a jaw-dropping market value of $1.2 million. Stick around to find out what makes this ordinary-looking coin extraordinarily valuable. Let's start with a little background. The Jefferson Nickel was introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this 5-cent piece has been a staple of American currency for decades. While millions of Jefferson nickels have been minted over the years, only a select few have captured the attention of collectors. The 1981 P. Jefferson Nickel is one of those rare finds. Now, you might be wondering what exactly makes this coin so valuable. The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and errors. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about rarity. While the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of nickels in 1981, very few have survived in pristine condition. Coins that have been well preserved over the years are incredibly rare. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these flawless specimens. But there's more to the story than just condition. Next, let's discuss errors. Errors are like little quirks that make a coin unique. The 1981 P. Jefferson Nickel is famous for a few key types of errors, including off-center strikes, double dies, and die cracks. These errors occur during the minting process and give the coin a distinct appearance. The more noticeable and rare the error, the higher the coin's value. For instance, a double die error happens when the coin is struck twice, resulting in a slight overlapping of the design. It's a subtle but fascinating detail that collectors love. Another error to look out for is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is noticeably misaligned. If you spot these characteristics on a 1981 P. Jefferson Nickel, you might be holding a small fortune in your hand. Condition is another critical factor. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. Coins graded in the high 60s, especially those with errors, are exceedingly rare and can fetch staggering prices. That's where the $1.2 million valuation comes in. A 1981 P. nickel in top condition with a unique error can command that kind of price at auction. So, how can you tell if your nickel is one of these rare gems? Here are a few tips. Check the mint mark. Look for the P mint mark on the right side of Monticello, the building depicted on the reverse of the coin. Inspect the coin's condition. Use a magnifying glass to examine the coin for scratches, wear, and other imperfections. Look for errors. Pay close attention to details like doubling on the lettering or numbers, and check for off-center strikes or die cracks. Get a professional grading. If you think your coin is valuable, consider sending it to a professional grading service. They can authenticate and grade the coin, giving you an accurate assessment of its value. But where can you sell a coin like this? High-value coins like the 1981 Jefferson Nickel are often sold at auctions or through reputable coin dealers. Online platforms like eBay can also be a good option, but make sure to deal with trusted buyers to avoid scams. It's always a good idea to consult with an expert to get the best price for your coin. Imagine finding a coin worth $1.2 million in your collection. It's not just a dream. It's a reality for some lucky individuals. Stories of people discovering valuable coins in their spare change or old collections are more common than you might think. Could you be the next success story? Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap. The 1981 Jefferson Nickel is highly sought after for its rarity, unique errors, and pristine condition. If you have one of these coins, it's worth taking a closer look. Who knows? You might be sitting on $1 million treasure. Thank you for watching and joining us on this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. We're diving into a fascinating story about a coin that might just be sitting in your collection, hidden away in a drawer, or tucked into an old jar of change. We're talking about the 1986 Jefferson Nickel, a coin with a staggering current market value of $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.3 million for a single nickel. Stick with us for the next 10 minutes, and we'll uncover why this coin is so valuable, what to look for in your own collection, and how you could potentially turn an ordinary-looking nickel into life-changing wealth. Let's get started. First, a little background. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938, featuring the iconic profile of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. In 1986, millions of Jefferson nickels were minted at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark on the coin's obverse, just to the right of Jefferson's portrait. At first glance, the 1986 D nickel seems like any other. It's made of a copper-nickel alloy, weighs 5 grams, and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. So, what sets this particular coin apart? Why would one sell for $1.30 million? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and error. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. The 1986 D nickel that reached the incredible value of $1.3 million was graded as MS 68 by professional coin grading services. MS stands for mint state, and the scale goes up to 70. A grade of 68 means the coin is in nearly flawless condition, with only the tiniest imperfections visible under magnification. Coins of this grade are exceedingly rare, especially for nickels minted in the billions. Now, let's talk about errors. Errors are like hidden gems in the coin world, and they can significantly increase a coin's value. Some 1986 D nickels have unique errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These errors make the coin unique, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for such one-of-a-kind pieces. Imagine owning a coin with a flaw so rare that it becomes priceless to the right buyer. But even without errors, the 1986 D nickel has another factor in its favor: low survival rates and high grades. Most nickels from this era were used heavily in circulation, which means they've developed scratches, dings, and wear over time. Finding one in pristine condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. That's why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that look like they just came off the minting press. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1986 D Jefferson nickel? Here are the key steps. Check the date and mint mark. Look closely at the obverse of your nickel. The date should read 1986, and there should be a small D mint mark to the right of Jefferson's portrait. Examine the condition. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect your coin. Is the surface free of scratches and wear? Does it have a brilliant luster? High-grade coins are shiny, sharp, and detailed. Look for errors. Inspect both sides of the coin for anomalies. Double dies, off-center strikes, or other unusual features can significantly boost its value. Get your coin graded. If you think your coin is in excellent condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade will help you determine its true value and make it more appealing to potential buyers. Now, you might be wondering, who buys these coins? The answer is serious collectors and investors. Coin auctions, online marketplaces, and specialized dealers are great places to sell high-value coins like the 1986 Jefferson Nickel. If your coin is rare enough, it could spark a bidding war and fetch a price far beyond its initial appraisal. Before we wrap up, here's a word of caution. Not every 1986 nickel is worth millions. The $1.3 million price tag is reserved for coins in extraordinary condition or with rare errors. However, even lower-grade coins or coins with minor errors can still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. So, it's always worth checking your collection. As we come to the end of this video, let's recap. The 1986 Jefferson Nickel might look ordinary, but it has the potential to be worth a fortune if it's in the right condition or has unique features. Check your change, look through your old coin jars, and don't overlook what might be a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We have many more stories about valuable coins, tips for identifying rare finds, and guidance on selling your collection for top dollar. Let us know in the comments.